This lamp right here could be probably the best thing I've printed all year. But you're not getting a proper look until the end of this video. I 3D printed 11 lamps. 11 of the best lamp designs I could find on Makerworld. Some of them were a real pleasure to build and a couple of them fought me the entire way. And one of them I had to glue and weld back together with my own hands just to get it standing. I will show you all of it. The good, the annoying, and the one that made me want to throw it across the studio. I also want to talk about a filament that changed how one of these turned out. Polymaker's brand new Panchroma Satin. Because it's a big part of why my favorite lamp on this list looks the way it does. And quick note before we start, almost all these lamps use the same LED lamp kit 001 for the light source. I will flag the one exception when we get to it. Let's print something cool, let's count them down. All models were printed with Bamboo Lab printers. P1S, P2S, H2D, X2D, and a 2L. Starting at number 11. And I want to be upfront. The skull itself came off the printer looking genuinely great. The shading, the bone details, all of it clean. But the leg and the base plate are where this design falls apart. The leg is just too thin to actually hold the weight of the skull up top. I tried increasing wall count, bumping the infill, didn't matter. The real problem is structural, not a print setting. And then there's the joint. The surface where the leg meets the base plate is tiny. No chamfer, no fillet. Nothing to actually spread the load. It's just not designed to hold up under its own weight. So I had to glue it and then PLA weld the joint just to get it standing without tipping over. It's not clean, the base plate it's actually pretty ugly and it's not how I wanted to present this one. But even with all that, look at it, it's still a really cool piece. Just know going in, if you want to print this one, reinforce that joint before even think about standing it up. Number 10. This lattice cube, visually one of the most striking pieces on this entire list. The print itself is easy, no problems that at all. The assembly is where it gets frustrating. This design uses a bunch of tiny pins to connect all the panels together, and they just do not want to fit. I spent way more time than I should have wrestling this thing into shape. It's not a print quality issue, it's a design choice that just isn't very practical. Beautiful result, genuinely painful process to get there. Number 9. The camping tent lamp. Easy print, assembly was fine, no real complaints on the process. But the result itself, it's a bit so-and-so. It's a cute concept for sure, but once it's actually lit, it's not just that bright. The sides that were supposed to be translucent material doesn't let as much light through as I expected. So it ends up feeling more like a night light than a proper desk lamp. Nothing wrong with how it printed. It's just not a showstopper once it's glowing. Number 8. This lava lamp design. Easy print and the lighting effect is absolutely great once it's glowing. But here's something worth flagging if you print this one yourself. I'm not entirely sure I got every part out of the 3MF file for the base. Something felt like it was missing when I went to assemble it. So if you download this one, double check every part is accounted for before you start printing. Because I don't want you hitting the same confusion I did. Effect-wise, still a really nice result. Just go in prepared. Number 7. And quick note, this is the one lamp on the list that doesn't use the standard LED kit, the rest of these do. So keep that in mind if you're planning your build. This print itself came out great, and the effect, the glowing coiled filament pouring out of the nozzle, is exactly as satisfying as it looks. Assembly though, was a bit of a pain. The top of that fake filament coil isn't perfectly straight, so getting the LED to actually sit inside cleanly took some fiddling. Nothing deal-breaking, just more patient than I expected for a piece this size. Number 6. The floating C-shaped lamp. Easy print and genuinely great assembly. No fighting with tiny parts here, just everything slotted together the way it should. The design itself is elegant. That thin glowing lattice pillar holding up the whole top arm looks more fragile than it actually is. This is one of the smoothest builds on the entire list. It doesn't quite crack the top 5, but purely on ease of build alone. This is one of the most pleasant lamps to actually put together. Quick pause on the countdown because going through 11 of these got me thinking about something. Plastic gets you most of the way with a project like this. The shells, the diffusers, the meshwork, all of that is exactly what FDM printing is built for. But a few of these lamps would genuinely look even better with a proper metal base or a clean engraved nameplate. Something plastic just can't give you the same way, which is where this video's sponsor comes in. PCBWay. I've used PCBWay for a while now, And what I like is that they are not just PCB company anymore. CNC machining, sheet metal, resin printing, SLS nylon parts, injection molding, and proper metal printing, all in the same place. So for one of those lamps, I designed a simple aluminum base plate, something with real weight and a brush finish that plastic just cannot replicate. I uploaded the file directly to PCBWay, picked the material and finish, and maybe a custom PCB for a lighting driver. This is exactly the kind of upgrade that's worth looking into. Number 5. The UFO lamp. Great design, and it uses the same LED lamp kit 001 as almost everything else on the list. Assembly wasn't too bad. There are a few small pins up on the saucer that need a little patience, but nothing like the fight I had with the Lattice cube earlier. Overall, a smooth build. What I really like is that you can place the LED either on the top or the bottom of the saucer for two completely different lighting effects. One lights the beam downward like a proper abduction glow. The other one lights the saucer itself from within. And if you want to have some fun with it, there's an optional cow you can print separately to place inside the beam. See the right in the light and it really looks like the UFO is abducting the cow. Small detail, but it's exactly the kind of thing that makes a design memorable. Number 4. The Moka pod lamp, or cafetiera. Easy print, easy assembly, no complaints anywhere in this process. And look, I am Italian. This one was never not going to rank well. The proportions are perfect. The black base and handle give it a real contrast against the warm glow. And it just has personality. And I think this one is the lamp on the list that feels the most like an actual finished product rather than a printed novelty. Number 3, and this was hands down the easiest and one of the most satisfying prints and builds on the entire list. Every panel came together cleanly, and I really love this detail. The back plate is swappable, so you can change the color scheme without reprinting the whole thing. Small feature, but it's the kind of thoughtful design choice that makes a huge difference in how much you enjoy actually building it. And when it's lit, the actual triangle glows exactly the way you want it to. No fuss, no fighting, just a generally great build from start to finish. And number 2, the fully articulated robotic arm desktop lamp. The print was pretty easy. Assembly took a while. There are a lot of joints and a lot of pieces to work through. But none of it was difficult because there is an actual guide on the Makerworld page. And a quick note, every model will be linked in the description down below. So just a longer sit-down build than most of the others on the list. And what you get for that time is genuinely worth it. This is a lamp that I could actually use every single day on my desk. Say what you want, but that's not the number 1 on the list. And here it is. Number 1, the Diamond Mesh Lantern. Printed in Panchroma Satin, and honestly everything about this build was close to perfect. This print itself came out flawless. Clean mesh, zero stringing, exactly the geometry it was supposed to be. Assembly was the easiest on this entire list. No pins, no fighting me, no missing parts, no gluing anything back together, and no PLA welding. One detail worth mentioning. The outer mesh shell is Panchroma Satin, but the inner core, the part that actually diffuses the light, is printed with Panchroma Translucent Natural. That combination is exactly why this glow looks the way it does. And then you light it up. This is where the Panchroma Satin does something none of the other finishes on this list could. Combined with that translucent natural core underneath, that diffusion, even, warm, glowing through every single diamond gap with no hot spots. That's the two filaments working together exactly the way they're supposed to. Well, great design, easy build, best result on the entire list. This is the one that earned it. All 11 model links are in the description, along with the exact Polymaker filaments I used, including the Panchroma Satin that made this one at number 1 look the way it does. If you want to check out PCBWay for your own builds, custom metal parts, PCBs, or any of the manufacturing options I mentioned, the link is in the description as well. Let me know in the comments which one of these 11 lamps you would actually print for yourself. I read every single comment. And on a quick note, I can see that only 1.7% of you watching are subscribed. So if you're not subscribed yet, consider it. And you can also join as a member here on YouTube or find me on Patreon for early access, bloopers, and full uncut builds. Trust me, the bloopers are worth it. I'm gonna leave with a couple of one at the end. Well, Thank you so much for watching, and as usual, I'll catch you in the next one. Just pop your spoo-poo and from tweak changed everything. From warping and this buffer. Let me tell you about halfway the quickest adhesion. So adhesion, and that's what it and it's important to stick to the 0.25. Too high, too low, and then you will spot. PLA is absorbed. According to the bamboo, just pop your spoo-poo. Just pop. Cooling process to prevent edges. And don't forget, temperature can ruin. Shut up! Drafts or flux-looply. Io non posso fare video così. If you're in a cool. If you are in a cooler, consider to keep the airflow consider globally. Now let's see this pee-poo. Let's see this these. Now let's see these tips in all the settings we just went. All the settings we. If you're looking to take adaptive parts of the prints with larger yeah, I need more temperature and some smart I would love to hear about your 3D printing. What's been some of the best ones in an acapulco? The best ones in an acapulco with one rule. Before I don't and you to remove the print and this is it. And if you really magic setting for I might add a video for course without puppy poo. And as usual, I'll catch you on the next one.